welcome back to commentary on a weekend of GP action. Hope you haven't missed me too much. You know, that voice is so hard to miss at times, of course. But here we are in the opening round of the Austrian GP. Albon is boosted, as well as Axiom and Enigma. And what circuits do we have in this opening round video? So, 4 tracks to come: Austria, Hungary, Montreal and Singapore to round off this of the 4 races. So far then, looking okay. Big David and Thomas at the top at the moment. Going to be tough though, because we've got Toman, who has increased his flags this week. So let's see what happens. Either way, we'll certainly try our best. And maybe it'll be good enough, maybe not. But there's only one way to find out. 10 laps of Austria to come. That's what we need to remind ourselves. 10 laps. 2-stop potential. And let's see where we qualify. We're against a higher team score rival, so they're going to out-qualify us by some distance as they set up 14th, 15th, and we're back in 19th and 20th. So we're going to use Cuppa and probably Cuppa as well. And let's see what happens. Hopefully we can do a 3-4-3 with Hamilton and maybe a 4-4-2 potentially. We'll find out, but let's give it our best shot. And we do get some fast starts. We're going to use the boost off the line. Can Albon get a nice fly up the inside? He can, and he's up already into P13. Hamilton P15 on them softs, but now coming through. And where do we sit at the moment? P12, P13. Going to keep boosting round here. Let's see if we can pick up a cheeky place or two. And we can with Hamilton, who flies through into P9 now. We're going to cut down just because we don't want to use too much rubber up already. And Hamilton, man on a mission. P8 behind Perez. We're going to try and move up the inside here. And that move does come off, and we nearly get the Aston Martin. So we are pushing pretty hard on these softs at the moment. And I don't want to get stuck behind any of these hard tyre runners. Here comes Hamilton on Alonso, P5 now. And we can nearly do 4 laps on the softs. That's very good to know. So we'll probably be doing that next time round. We'll probably go to 4 lap soft push as we come in this lap. So let's go back to softs. Let's push in now. Try and create that bit of space. And let's boost Albon as well. Just for any early pitters we can get past. And Hamilton now in the pits. Very good stint from him. And here comes Albon down the straight. Can he get past Alonso? Yes, he can. So, great move by him. Hamilton out in P13. And sadly, I left Albon on the old reduced pace. But he's going to come into this pits this lap. And here goes Hamilton past Perez. Something Perez probably used to at the moment. As Hamilton then again up through the field into P11 now. And this soft tyre is perfect for the 4 laps at the moment. And we're going to move ourselves up to P number 8. Albon though, absolutely carnage coming out here. That's one to note for final round, because that could be pretty disastrous if we do that for final. Looks like the early stop is the way to go. And Albon, as you can see, down in P19 now. We're going to overtake these couple of cars here. And we're going to move up to P4. Nice and easy. Albon now finally getting through the pack. Gets ahead of Magnussen, the rival, but we still have to pit. So Albon's got it all to do. This is not looking great for him. We've got one more lap of Hamilton as he gets past Verstappen. Nice and easy. P3 now. And we're going to bring him in this lap. We might as well service because it's not going to take too long. It's only going to be half a second. And now we're going to push Albon a little bit. So we've got a bit of work to do on Albon. We might as well bring him in. Unless we can create a bit of a gap actually. Let's have a look. There's quite a few cars behind. So let's leave him out here. We can't push too hard as Hamilton does run out of tyres annoyingly. So we'll keep him out. Just going to keep earning that power unit back. Here comes Hamilton out in P6. So he's had a great race so far. Albon will come in. And here goes Hamilton. You can see through into P number 5. Albon really got done by that early pit stop on lap 4. It's not even early, is it, really? So that's the only problem with him. He got stuffed when it comes to everybody leaving the pits. And he gets stuffed by again. So we're pretty much following the AI pattern here. And that's not good for us. But Hamilton now, P5. Here comes Albon out in P13. We're going to boost him hard. We're going to boost hard now Hamilton as well. Can we get some positions? P4. What about Albon now? P11. We're coming through the field. Hot knife through butter. Here we go. It's going to be a last lap dash as we P10 at the moment. Can we get P3? We can. P3 is ours. Albon's into P9. And now P8 as we lag through. P7 hard tyres in front of us as Hamilton is going to come home for a P3 finish in Austria. It wasn't great by Alex Albon. We didn't do the best strategy with him. That's one to note going forward. But we are going to come home in 8th place by the look of it. We'll take it though. With a lot of improvement left tomorrow. That's good to know. And it is an okay start. And it is 39 points. I'm a Hungary. I'm a bit unsure on the strategy on this one, so I'm definitely thinking we'll see how the start goes, but potentially a 3-3-2 and a 4-4. A 3-5 does play on my mind as well, and it's P17, P19 to start, and I'm probably gonna try a 3-5. Let's try this, shall we? I'm gonna use a bit of Dragon on Albon. Hamilton, we're of course going to use Cuppa. I'm going to try a one-stop. So a one-stop on both drivers. Albon doing a 3-5. Not sure how this is going to work. We're about to find out. You're all with me. Here we go. And we get a perfect. I can't press the button. Oh, it's all gone chaos at the start here. Finger bashing didn't work at all. But what has worked is Hamilton moving up the field. Albon hasn't, though. And it's pretty chaos out there, like bumper cars all over again. And is there any more moves to be made? Hamilton up the inside of Pierre Gasly makes the move stick and makes the move stick again as we move into P12. 12th, 15th, we're going to keep pushing around the outside of Stroll. Thank you very much, Lance, and thank you, Magnussen, as well. P10, P14. Any more moves in the first corner? Yes, but not by us. And here comes Albon. Albon steams up the inside. And of Magnussen flying out there at the minute. Alex on that Dragon. Looking very nice. As K-Mag now finds a bit of rhythm and starts coming back at us. So Hamilton, well, didn't even have to boost then to get past into P9. Definitely going to try this 3-5. As Albon looks like he's really slowing down now. Let's see though. Well, we're not far off doing 4 laps with Albon though, I must say. Let's push him through. Let's get an early pit stop out. And this might work, it might not. This is how you learn. And already we're making a few overtakes nicely there. Can we get past Hamilton? Hamilton looking like a bit of a roadblock here. And we've lost a position through Lance Stroll. We finally do get back past him. And now Hamilton, we're going to set our sights on. And Hamilton's going to give up the position as well. Thanks very much, Lewis. But Albon's out P15. We're going to come back for some more mediums. This Albon looks like he's got the jump here. I think that's a pretty good strategy at Hungary by the look of it. Let's see if we can get past Hamilton just for a bit of fun. We'll finally get past him. Yes, we will. And now we'll come in to the pits. Lap number 4. Albon carries on round. You can see a few people pitting and coming out. And now we're out with Hamilton as well. So can we get ahead of that Zhou Guan Yu? We can. We're going to cut down. And then we're going to boost now with Albon. And see if we can just move past anyone pitting. We're going to push with Hamilton as well. Nico Hulkenberg has been an absolute pain in the ass, and we can't get past him. We can finally get past him as Albon carries down the straight. P9 for Albon. What about Hamilton? He's up to P14. Make it P13. So, coming through. Albon's holding the pack up for us quite literally. And we've still got quite a few pit stops ahead. We're on lap 6. We've got Albon chasing after an Alpine of Esteban Ocon. Not anymore, he's ahead. And we've got Hamilton behind Albon. We're going to be vulnerable to attack on this hard tyre. But we're going to get ourselves up to P6 first. We've got Albon pushing P9 there. Any more pit stops ahead? I doubt it. Hard tyres. We've got softs behind in Max Verstappen in P8. So we're going to come under a bit of pressure. 100% from him. As Hamilton is trying to get past Albon. We're going to push him now. See if we can just get past into P9. We can. So, not too bad at the moment. 5, 4 and 3 are pretty far ahead. We're going to push though. See if we can just close this gap. What about Hamilton? We're going to probably attack Ocon later in this race. On this lap. Because we're obviously on the last lap. Let's push him now. Can we get the move done? Need it here. And that might be the end of that one. We've got Albon flying out there. Can we get a move done? Here comes Hamilton on Ocon, and he finally gets him. It's going to be P6 for Alex Albon in Hungary, with that 3-5 working a treat. And Lewis Hamilton doing the 4-4 comes home in P number 8. Race 3 then, from one of the most difficult circuits, I'm sure you'll agree, on this calendar. Montreal, Canada to come. Can we pick up some pieces? It's been an interesting start. It hasn't been the best of starts, but I'm pretty relaxed nowadays coming into this. So let's see what happens in here, shall we? So Cuppa and Cuppa going to be going on. I'm going to try and see what happens here. We'll definitely do a 3-3-2. It's just, I'm going to watch what happens with both drivers here. Can we get a good start? We get good and fast, no perfect. It would have been nice to get perfect. And already, Hamilton, through positions. 15th and 16th. Not the best, not the worst, as that Haas coming back at us yet again. And now we move a couple more as Albon, P14, P16 for Hamilton. Any more? We're trying to get through. As here comes Albon down the hairpin. Nice move up the inside. And we do get P11 and P13. So these two are stacked together as Albon gets into P10. So we can't do the same strategy on both. But Albon really deciding to motor at the moment. And he's got P9 under his belt. Let's see if we can get him a few more. Not quite. Yes, we can get it. So we're going to come back for mediums here. And that's a good move up into P6. We're going to bring him in and do this undercut. Hamilton P10. Just lost out to Stroll here. And we're going to boost back. And look at that. Albon out in P15 quite comfortably. Hamilton's got the Magnussen in front of him. And he can't dispatch him just yet. We've tried. And we've failed. And even Lance Stroll fancied a bit of action there. But down the straight we go. You can see Albon just at the end of our picture there. So the 3-3-2 starts to come in. Albon's looking okay in that P14 spot. And he takes George Russell out of the equation. I think these two are on similar strategies now. I always forget that happens. And we've got Hamilton P14. So we're going to have to push Albon a bit here. Just try and boost him ahead. Whilst Hamilton regains some of that power unit. And already the Alpine of Ocon is dispatched. Nicely played. 11th and 13th. And Ocon decides to come back at us. We say no, we shut the door, firmly shut. And we've got a lot of hard tyres ahead pitting as well. So a little bit of a mess on the strategy here because we're both on this. Well, both drivers are on a similar pitting strategy. Yes, it's great pitting early, but it's not going to come to fruition. So let's pit now with Albon. We should have gone softs. Should have gone softs. That's key. We would have been so much better doing that strategy around here. But at least we are good to the finish. We'll come into the pits then. Albon coming out in P11. We'll boost him, see if we can get past Magnussen very quickly. As Hamilton gets P7. We do get Kevin Magnussen, or do we? Yes, we do. We're now by Ocon. The standard Alpine, always in the way. And down the straight we go with Lewis Hamilton. So we got P7, we got P9. P9 looks like worst case for Alex Albon. Hamilton's going to come back out pretty quickly here. And he is, as you can see, jumped. So it's not looking too bad. We're going to boost him if Albon gets out the way, because he's got the better power unit. And we've got a load of hard tyres ahead of us to be able to hunt down. We're going to really ramp up this power unit now. Down this straight, and then it's going to be an all-out attack on the last lap. So from the first corner we shall go. Hamilton puts the boost on. Albon puts the boost on. Bit of a gap to find though. We can see the Aston Martin just ahead of us. It might just be one car that we can get here. Can we even get one? Oh, that was surely our position to take. It will be now. Well, can Albon follow through? He can, not literally, but he's got it. And Hamilton moves up to P5. It's going to be Alex Albon in P6 in Canada. And we will happily take a very solid 39 points. Final race of opening round comes from Singapore with a 66% chance of rain. And we've got that in qualifying. So we need a bit of a mixed race here in terms of weather, because that could really help us score some good points. And in qualifying in the wet, P17, P18 is where we will start. And we've got a full wet race. So probably the AI all going to most likely pit lap 5, I believe they pit. So a little cheeky undercut could work very well here. But let's find out. Can we get a good start? Perfect start. No, not again. No perfect start again. But it doesn't matter because Hamilton, down the outside, through the middle, round the outside again, sits nice and easy. P7 to start off this GP. Alex Albon must have been blinded by Hamilton's spray because he's P15. He hasn't. I mean, what's Hamilton doing now? Hamilton going backwards as we are P9, P14. He was up to P7, Hamilton. Felt obviously a bit sorry for the rivals and let them back past. But we do now get the Mercedes. So Albon's gone back again. Albon, I don't know what he's doing, but it's not racing. We do sneak P16 back out. So a difficult race. We definitely needed some wet to dry conditions as Hamilton, as I say that, round the outside into P7. Nicely done. We're going to boost Albon, see if we can just get a move. We can't. And we're going to earn up that power unit again. I think it'll be Albon with the early pit here. We're going to probably just keep pushing Hamilton because we might do 4 laps with Hamilton. Let's see if we can get him past Perez, and we can. So that's a good start. Might be a lap 3 pit, I reckon, with Albon. See if we can just climb any more positions. And the rivals, Albon, gets taken to the cleaners as we go P14. What do we do with Hamilton? Can we get him past Fernando? And we can. P5. We might even bring in both, as Norris going very slowly. And can Hamilton take advantage? He can. P4, as Alonso come in out of nowhere back at us. Let's try and pit then. I think we're going to come out in too much trouble here. So let's pit now with Albon. We'll probably use a full lap to come and absolutely push hard through the field, because everyone's going to be packed. We'll do another lap with Hamilton. We'll save up a bit of power unit though. And then we hopefully can push pretty nicely. As Albon in the pits. And he'll come out last, which we thought we would be. And it's not even going to be last. It's going to be, well, now it is. Famous last words, as a WF1 as normal. And we then do go to the back. We're going to try and push a little bit, as somehow Norris just gets through relatively easy. Albon's chasing this pack down and does get P22. Good move. And Hamilton will come in the pits, and as thought, AI are lap pitting on lap 5. Albon's making his way through and trying. What about Hamilton? Rivals in though. And Hamilton is out. We're going to boost all of these drivers now where we can, because we've got the chance of the undercut. And here comes Albon on Tsunoda. Albon thinking he's still in a Williams because he doesn't want to pass him. Surely you can get past. And there you go. So Albon does get up to P18. It's been a bit of a tricky one. We've got Hamilton in P11. And hopefully he's closed a bit of a gap. You can see P1 coming out now. We do get Hamilton through into P9. And that's going to accelerate up now into P number 3 last lap. What about Albon? Down the straight he goes. And he's into P11. Looks like Hamilton's going to finish P3. We've got a bit of pushing to do on Albon. Tricky race in the wet here. Especially with all the AI pitting the lap they did. We're going to try and get Albon through one more position. Don't think it's going to happen. Let's push him now. See if we can get him one more move. But to finish his opening round video, we do manage to get Lewis Hamilton doing that 4-2 into P3. Albon, we went early. We do get an extra place into the top 10. And he is going to come home 15 points. So 37. So it's all in the 30s at the minute. I'd like to say pretty consistent, but it's probably the consistency that we don't want. We probably want some 40s in there as we get 37 points. So let's see where that leaves us at halfway. We're going to be a lot behind David, and fair play. He's had some great races. 151 altogether. So some tricky tracks to come. So let's see what happens. But in this race, 39, 36, 39, 37, as we are. And hopefully we can pick it up in final round tomorrow. But if not, I will 100% take a podium if I can get it every single day of the week. Hope you've enjoyed the commentary back. Hope you've enjoyed it, I really do. And I'll see you for a fun final round tomorrow.